Over the weekend, Jennifer Westacott, who people will know from her former job with the Business Council of Australia, she's now the Vice-Chancellor of Western Sydney University. She came out very strongly, condemned these protests and anti-Semitism. But the head of Melbourne Uni, the Chancellor there, Jane Hansen, well, she refused to call out any specific anti-Semitism crisis within higher education. You've mentioned there Jason Clare, you're kinder than me. I think he's absolutely motivated by the constituency in his seat. I think he's absolutely motivated by that. And we know too, on a number of university campuses, staff were told, don't confront protesters if they barge their way into your classroom. Let them have their say. Now, why on earth should any student who wants an education, particularly a Jewish student, be forced to put up with this in the lecture theatre or in the tutorial room? One thing to protest outside, David, but why should it be brought into the classroom?
Well, you're right, and you've got to ask the question, are our universities to be centres of education, or are they to be primarily centres of radical activism and indeed anti-Australian activism? And it's fine for people to have a different perspective on political issues, but there are certain lines which these groups have clearly crossed. When you are chanting for an intifada, you are expressing support for a violent uprising against Jews. That's what an intifada is. It involved murder, knife attacks, bombs, suicide bombings of civilians, of buses. It's a mass murder program. That's what an intifada is. And if the university administration allows teaching to be disrupted with calls of intifada, they are giving the wave through for incitement of violence against the Jews, against the Jewish students. That's what intifada is. There is no excuse for it in this country. It is not an expression of a political opinion. It is an expression of support for a program of violence.
As horrific as it is, you're absolutely right, David Adler. Thank you.